Hey everybody, welcome to the shop. I was going to film this outside today, but it's so windy I can't even stand up out there, and you'll probably hear it. You may or may not hear it on the camera, but I can hear it in here. So, doing this inside. We got a package, and this I paid for with my own money. I am not sponsored by Neotec or none of that, but I ordered, they had a sale going on, and 50 bucks off and a $10 or a 10% off on top of that. And I got this saw for $367 shipped to my door. I've been looking at these for a long time over the Hall's Pharmas, and I watched a lot of videos on these clone saws. This is the 92cc. It's the steel clone. It's the copy of the, I think it was the G666 or the 066 92cc saw. But these are supposed to be way better than the Hall's Pharmas. I've seen videos of guys tearing these cylinder heads down and stuff, porting them and whatnot, and bragging how much better every little detail is on these versus the Hall's Pharma. They're supposed to have better customer service. So I've been looking at them for a while, and if this works out, this will open a whole new realm for me cutting wood and stuff. I can afford a big saw. I can't afford a $2,000 steel. I'm sorry, but I can't. If I could, I would. But this is a budget about anybody can afford that's doing very much wood. And I got a lot of big trees, and all I got is that 362 steel. It's the biggest thing I got is 62 cc's, and it ain't enough. I got this in a 28-inch bar for $367 delivered to my door. So I want to do a quick unboxing, nothing special, but kind of show you the tool kits and everything. Are supposed to be phenomenal on these. I don't know. This is the first one I've owned, but I figured it might be of interest to some people. Okay, we have a box in a box, providing I can get it out. Hold on. I'll get it on there. Ooh. Well, take my word for it. There's a box in the box. Can't get it out, it's that tight. So, starting at the top, very well packaged. Hopefully you can see that. Hang on, someone's at the shop. I'll turn the camera back on in a second and take off from here. Okay, we're back. Wife had to stop me, so before she left, tell me something. So anyway, here we are, all kinds of goodness. Have some generic ear protection. Looks like the Harbor Freight ones, but yellow. I have some. Phenomenal toolkit, which I might get closer to unload. These are supposed to be really good. And we have a little mixing jug, which I'll probably never use, except I might use this on the first however many tanks is in here, mix one batch. I like to run my saws a little bit rich when they first start up to get a little extra oil in them at 40 to 1, and then after that go to 50 to 1. So I might do that. But I run good steel synthetic and everything, so. But anyway, you get that. Gloves. Scabbard, which is real funny. That's like 12 inches for a 28-inch bar, so that's a joke. But I have small saws. And we have a wraparound handle. Awesome. And you have the big pull cord, which I actually just don't have no interest in. A lot of guys talk about how these big saws that compression rip these out of your hands. I'd rather have the little one. May or may not do something with that later. Manual, which is nice. Probably bad Chinglish, I imagine. Chinese English. Probably got some Chinglish in there. We'll look at that later, but it looks good on the cover anyway. And, and oh, safety glasses. So, we have the saw. I have been waiting for this. Awesome. And one nice thing about the neotecs These come standard, which is awesome. Pretty sure that is steel. Hold on. Let's find out if it's steel or aluminum. Magnet, steel. So that's awesome. I was hoping it was instead of aluminum, but these are standard with Neotec Halls Farmer. I think you gotta get these separate. I will say the Halls Farmers are supposed to be a lot better now than when they first come out, but these are supposed to be really nice compared to them. But I've got a chainsaw setup I want to do on a processor later, mount a deal under here. This will be nice under the saw. I'll get into that later, but I have this to mount my pivot point under. So that's cool. That will definitely be on this. So that is nice. And awesome. So happy over this. I hope this works out, because if it does, this opens a whole new rail for people on a budget. I can get big saws and run. So let's see what's in the toolkit. I'll get a little closer for that. Let me make sure. Let me kind of move on the corner. I got a project going in here in the shop, so working on a dump trailer. Had to rebuild the scissor lift, so I got a little bit of a video on that. Okay, I hope. How about that? We'll just do it right here on the corner of the bed. I'm just gonna make this quick, folks. Got a scrunchie. Must have scrunchie. Awesome. Now this is cool too. I am going to do other saws later as well. Piston ring compressors. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different sizes in there. Here's your piston stop that goes under your piston. Comes down, goes over the connecting rod there. Chain gauges and all that stuff, bars, whatnot. Get 2 of them, which is nice. And these are your top dead center stops. I don't know what the technical term is, but you put these on top of your piston and stop them. That way if you want to take a clutch off or whatever, you have these, which is great. I have stuff that here for other saws. That come with all that. The dogs, I'm not going to open them yet, but there's 2 set of dogs. They're actually thick. They're probably, I wonder if they're hardened. Yeah, they're hardened steel too. They ain't flexing. So that's good. I don't know. They're probably a 8 gauge, maybe. Right there, they're kind of 10 or 8 gauge right there. They look like they're a hair more than 10, but maybe not quite an 8, kind of in between. Screwdriver. And socket and stars for putting everything together. Got that for your change your chain out. I don't know how many drives that is. 3/8, 8 tooth in there, I guess, or something. So, whatever. Oh, you get 2 of them, 2 different ones, and figure out which one you want. The 404 chain, 7 tooth. So that's cool. You got options. You can change that out. So decide what chain you want to run. A little wrench, which is a 10 and an 8, and the miscellaneous for the dogs. There is a decompression, bypass. You can just plug it. They're using a decomp on it. Spacers for dogs, miscellaneous hardware, awesome. All good. So that is awesome. That is great. That gives you a lot of stuff to go off of and do and use. And I will put this up. So you get all that in the package. I will put this together off camera and we will do some outside cutting. It's so windy today you couldn't hear me anyway. But I am super excited over this. And I'll give you a close-up of the saw. Like I said, I was going to film this outside, but it's just... And I will put gas in the bar and stuff on this and come back when that's done and let you guys see a kind of a first run here. But I'm stoked over this. Hopefully this works out good. And if it don't, it don't. But from everything I've seen and reviewed where guys have done these are pretty good on clones. These are the better ones. Obviously, there's the Farm Mac, and I think Husqvarna has a Pro Series that's, you know, step up. This is the basic one, not the upgrade. So we'll see how that turns out. But super stoked with that. That is awesome. And like I said, you get this too, which will be on there. But I'm gonna put it together off camera and then come back. I'll put gas in it, and you know, we'll get it started. And I guess go from there. So stay tuned for more on this. Like I said, this is the 92cc, and there's the model number of the neotec, the NS892V 92cc steel clone. So I'm just super stoked. This works good. Like I said, it's a whole realm of possibilities. Little cloth one. Might oil that up a little bit. But all's well. Got the little thing that goes around it with tag. I'm going to take that off. But anyways, I'm stoked. So I will get this together and be back. We'll put some gas and oil in this dude and start it up. And stay tuned. Later I'll do when the wind ain't blowing so bad, I can't even stand up out there right now. So I come in the shop, but we'll do some test cutting and all that. And that's another thing I wanted to cover on these. I watched a lot of videos where people put these 92cc saws up against like a 395, let me get that back on where I can see, a 395 Husqvarna and the 066 or G666, I think it was, steel. And they was complaining, and some videos just run these out of the box. Oh, these don't run worth the crap. They don't come tuned. Husqvarna and steel come tuned. No, they don't. Husqvarna and steel do not come out of the factory off the assembly line tuned. They're close. The dealer tunes them. That's why when you buy a new one, they go out back in the back. If they just take it and put it together and they run, you can hear them running it and tuning it for you. There is no dealer for these. This is direct from the manufacturer, so you got to tune it. These saws are made for basic knowledge people that kind of tinker. I mean, you can tinker on these, and uppers for these with complete kits and, you know, seals for the crankshaft and all that. If you ever have any go bad, you can buy that. New jugs, big bore kits, 56 millimeter and all for less than $60 with everything. Even a carb kit included in some of them. It's crazy. So that's part of the reason I like it. And I mean, this will save me a lot of money. I can't afford a $2,000 steel. You know, for 370 bucks though, on sale, normally it's still under $5. I think you can get it for around $440 shipped or something, with tax and all, or something like that. Around that ballpark, $450. So why not? If it works, great, great. I'll be the clone saw guy, because it will let me do a lot on a small budget. I don't care. I don't have to have name brand. I've built a lot of equipment. I drag in stuff, such as, that's a homemade trailer I'm reworking. I don't care. I don't have to have the biggest and baddest. I don't have to be in the Woodhound Club. I can't afford an Easton made in a 500i, so deal with it. These are great for someone on a budget. That's what this is for. So we're going to see how this works. I mean, there's nothing wrong with, you know, getting a 509 Easton made if you can, but my God, the combo there is like 15, 16,000. I don't have that kind of money. So, you know, I got that homemade splitter I run. It's got a log lift and everything on it that I built. Stay tuned, you'll see it too. And we're gonna run these. So, enough yammering. And I'll bring you back when I get this on. So, sorry for a slight tangent there. But anyway, hang on, I'll be back when we get it on. And we'll start up and see. So, see you in a bit. Okay, first start, let's see how many times it takes. I'll have to adjust carburetor, but it started. You've seen it. I put gas in it. That's how many times. I'll have to go back and count them, but that's a big solid start. But not too bad. I'll get used to that. Especially in a big tree cutting something down. So, and I did get the bar and the saw on the same day. They come together. I know a lot of people say Hall's Farmers too, and some of these, sometimes they come the day behind or something, but I got mine at the same time. So, awesome. I'm thrilled with that. So, with that in mind, hold on. I think that's all right. That will work. I'll have to get it outside and tune the carburetor a little bit. It was cutting out on that high side, and I'm going to have to tune it and get it all in, but then it'll run a little bit and we'll have to tune her again. But that's okay. I expected no less. So, hang on. Well, there she is. Time will tell, but I'm hoping this will work out great. And like I said, if you just want to start these and run and go to work, these saws are not for you, the clone saws. They are not. They're made for people that like to build and tinker. So, I mean, that's just part of them. Like I said, there's no dealer. You know, I've seen a lot of videos where people get them up. Oh, man, this thing don't run good. Blah, blah, blah. I should have bought a Husky or Steel because they come, you know, pre-tuned. No, they don't. They don't come out of the factory that way. The dealer does that. So there's no dealer, so guess what? You got to do it, which is fine. I'm fine with that. I will, like I said, I'll run this and kind of play with it here in a little bit, go outside and get it tuned. I might do a video of, you know, going out there running and tuning it, but right now it's so windy I can't even stand up, and I kind of like to get out of here without the noise and the smoke inside this shop, but it's so windy right now I can't even stand up out there. So maybe tomorrow we can go out and do this and play in the wood a little bit, and I'll make another video of that. So, but one last look. I'm happy so far. And the bar, I got a little excited. Didn't do an unboxing, but it you got two other chain sprockets to put on that clutch. You can change your chain. This was the 3/8. I forgot what was on it, and then I got two more. But anyway, bar seems to be really good quality, what I can see. So, time will tell. I'm hoping these work out, because if they do, they're great for someone on a budget like me. I can't afford a $2,000 steel, you know. The 500i is like $1,700, and the 92cc, they still make one like this, and it's like almost right at $2,000. It's a little higher than that 500i at my local steel dealer, so. $370 with the bar. And these are, everything I've seen on them, they're pretty good reviews. There was a handful of them online, but most of them were homeowners that had never run anything bigger than like a 33C Poulan and thought they was just going to get them and run them out of the box. And they go out there and try to cut a limb down, and you can tell they hadn't run saw very much. And, or like I said, there was another channel that compared this to a steel, I don't know, farm project, I think, or something, but he didn't even tune it. He just run it out of the box. And like that, I can tell you right now, that's going to be a dog. That high side needs richened up so she'll rev a little more. So we'll get to that. But I'm happy so far. So stay tuned. You'll see more of that in the wood yard. Right there. There'll be more stuff coming up on that. So I hope you liked the video. And hopefully the rain wasn't too bad, a little bit. But like I said, if you're in the poor boy woodhound class like me, this would work. And my homemade splitter is working pretty good. And hey, I'm doing pretty good. Got me a dump trailer now, homemade one. So that's all right. I'm in the game. I can't afford the upper class, you know, and get me a 509 Easton made. So make do with what you got. That's all there is to it. And I think this will be good. That 62cc steel just ain't enough no more. I've got some monster oaks out here, and they're just not. When you get into 30 inches or more, you know, it starts getting really slow with that thing. And sometimes the bar ain't big enough. Even though you can go to both sides, that's a pain. So this'll give me a better edge, a lot better, quicker cutting time. So hey everybody, welcome back. Next day, figure I'll just go ahead and put the first cut on the end of this video. And I'm trying to keep this thing as short as possible and cut out what I don't, you know, what wastes time. I don't want the video too long. But anyway, back here on an old log, This thing's been here a while. It's pretty massive. Camera don't do it justice. It's kind of oblonged, about 30 on the long side maybe, or it's definitely over 24 anyway, 28 somewhere in there, and then gets a little more round up here, probably about 28 or so. We'll see. But I pre-marked this a long time ago, never come back and finished it, but it was in the way and we had to fall it. But got most of it out of here, so I'll set the camera up and we'll run this and run the neotec. It's about 40 degrees today, but no wind. It was so windy yesterday I couldn't even stand up, so we'll see how that does in the cold. Like I said, about 40 degrees, and the numbers I said were way off before. This is a 92cc saw, but it's a steel clone of the MS660 in the G660. So I'm pretty sure I looked before I come out here. If I didn't goof it up again, if I did, I'll put it somewhere. And I'll put it at the front of the other one too to make it right. But it still's got so many numbers, I get them goofed up. But anyway, I'll set this up and we'll see how she does in the cold starter and runner, and away we go. So I'm gonna set you up. Let's get it right here. Whoa, boy, it's got compression. Also forgot to mention, I did tune this as soon as I walked outside, so it's already tuned. So keep that in mind, restart it and go. So far, like a beast. They ain't got nothing on that 362. It's just, oh my God. Such a game changer. Let's see if I can get maybe a little bit better angle here. So this is so uneven. My camera stand ain't the best. Bear with me. I'll try to do what I can here. A little bit of angle set up. What you think of that? Head is pulling like an absolute beast. Love it. Alright. I think that'll work. Awesome. Whew. Of course, I goofed up and got it hung, but I'll fix that off camera. That's no big deal. I don't have nothing to move it with right now, so hang on a second. Got it pinched a little bit. I'm gonna have to, I'll go get the tractor and kind of get some help move this. I goofed up. That was me. That was all on me, but the saw is doing awesome. Like I said, I just got it pinched just enough. I'll go back and get some stuff, roll the log a little bit and get it unpinched. But so far, that thing's awesome. That thing, oh my God. That pulls like an absolute beast compared to that 360. I mean, it just dug in. Chain may or may not be questionable. It was new, so I really didn't even look at it, but it's a saw. So far, highly recommend. Love it. I'll leave a link below for it. I don't know if the sale's still going on time you get to this video. May or may not be going on, but it was $50 off the regular price, and it was 10% off on top of that. Like I said, this was $367 delivered to the door, and so far great. Time will tell on the holdup. I hope it does. If it does, absolute game changer. So, but I've got, like I said, I've got another saw and tractor. I'll push it just a little bit and cut it out, but that was my fault. A little overexcited, not paying attention with the new saw, new toy. So, but I'll get it out. But anyway, awesome so far. Got it cut out with the 362. So that took forever. Oh, let's run it again. Awesome. Whew. She's a beast. She's a beast. She's a beast. I like it. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. That looks like a good thumbnail right there, don't it? But right there. Awesome. So anyway, done. I'll cut some more, but I'll do that off camera. So, I think cuts like a beast. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. So, I guess that's it. I'll give you a taste of it. Hopefully, time will tell. We'll see what kind of machine that turns out to be. Hopefully, longevity's good on it. And like I said, it'll be a game changer if it does, because I can buy good, big size saws cheap and parts are cheap. I love it. I figure these saws are going to be about like the Predator engines one day in the clone motors. Briggs and Stratton don't even make small engines anymore. They make their V-twins, but they're little stuff, them 6.5 and 13s. There's Honda clones, all that stuff interchanges, Predators and all that stuff. So these saws probably end up that way in a few years. My thoughts, I might be wrong, but kind of where I see them headed, the way they're going. But anyway, let me your thoughts on that, what you think. But I like it so far. One last look. Loving it. I'm gonna finish cutting this up and I'm gonna get out of here and go do some more wood. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. It does help the channel, and you know, hit that bell. You'll get to see more of this saw, more stuff like this, and we'll get the homemade wood splitter back out here and do some splitting for too long and all that good stuff. So as always, like and subscribe. Catch you on the next video. Bye.